Welcome back everyone to the Complete Pineleaf. I am on the road on the way to Monsign's camp once again, taking a little bit of a slow scenic route there because I am wanting to take out a swart town or three in order to find out if I could finish that quest for the hunter while I get there. So I'm not going to be porting there, at least not if I... Oh, there's one of the caves into that area where I spoke with the lore master there. I figured take the slow route so that I could take care of all of the hounds. And maybe that way I could quickly get back to Parthgalen after finishing that. Hello there, Wheelferth. I found the glade.
What did you find?
What glory! Some great hero certainly left his mark on that place. More than a dozen at Uruk, you said? I would have liked to see our mystery friend in person. And you say he did not see his body. Where could he have gone, I wonder? Thank you for investigating the place for me, Pineleaf. Tales of such recent glory stir my heart and inspire me to work even harder for my people. And for Rohan! And for Rohan. There you go. Now, back to the Parthgalen. I have dealt with those hounds.
You have returned to compare notes with the Master Hunter.
Yeah, sounds good to me, Pineleaf. I strode about the east wall and defeated, how many did you defeat? 6, you say? Oh, I see. Well, I defeated, 7! Yes, 7! It's true that you almost bested me. I know it is not a competition, but it's still nice to know the score, especially that you could fudge it after hearing mine. Yeah. Yes, these creatures are not natural. They must seem certain that, sir, sure, their evil is evidence. They were drawn here by something, but I know not what. We should not stay here. The sooner my friends and I can be gone from this place, the better. But I will, of course, continue to hunt the deadliest of creatures for as long as we remain in the East Wall, and you should strive to match me in this if you can.
I saw the orcs building a barricade. I will bring you there.
Yes, now that these lands are full of orcs and other dangers, Hestel has asked me to find another route through the East Wall. We had planned to keep going north, but that does not seem safe as it would have been if the land were empty. Instead, it's crawling with orcs, and those unnatural swarthounds are not to be trifled with either. Of course, you know that. You fought some of them too. There may be another way through the land, though. There is a canyon to the west that leads into the area of the kingdom of Rohan known as the Sutkrafts. From a distance, I saw the orcs working a barricade that pass. I will go there with you, taking you by a secret path that I alone as a hunter can find. Hey, wardens are pretty good at finding secret paths too, you know. Anyway, but we're better! Yes, then you will defeat some of the orcs at the barricade. That way, if we remain unable to progress north, at least we will have another option available to us. Histil is sure to be pleased with that possibility, even if it means going into Rohan. Better the horsemen than more orcs. Well, I suppose that's the case. Let's go. Here we are at the pass. I need to defeat some orcs and a leader. Suppose that's reasonable. I found the barricade erected by the orcs in the canyon to the Sutkrafts. Okie dokie. Now let's just... Hey, can I get this one? Okay. You've asked for it. You know, pew pews must die, as they say. At least I think that's what they say. At least that's what Terry Edwin says. And there you go. That's one down. And a second one. Goodbye, orcs. That's all I've got to say about that. Now, while I go around doing this, I could talk about what's upcoming because I was listening to some announcements over at PAX East. There's not going to be a producer's letter for a couple more weeks yet, probably, because the producer's letter, well, it was delayed because of some of the stuff that they're trying to see if they can do. So it got delayed because of that. So I think they believe they've got everything all ready to announce in here, but they gave at least some of the announcements in advance, or it could be all of them. Who knows? How are we doing on our orcs? We got 4 out of 5 orcs so far, so we're done. Good. Is that it? Yeah, I can now return. Well, alright. I didn't get through much on the announcement side then. Oh, well. But anyway, they'll be getting up to the Flood Fells soon, so we'll be heading back up north of the Vales of Anduin into the Flood Fells. And that's eventually going to be leading into the Trial of the Dwarves. That's going to lead us into Gudabad in the spring. And when I say spring, I don't mean this coming up spring. I mean spring of 2021. So we got quite a bit of stuff done. So we'll be up in the north, heading into Gundabad. I still wonder, does this mean, are we going to eventually find the Fargathal in all this? Because that's the thing we're wondering. Is Gundabad in some way related to the Fargathal? An interesting thought. Hello there, Kufaron.
I will bring us back to Hestil's camp with my secret hunter knowledge.
Yes, well done, Pineleaf. Now, if we must, my band can travel west of the Sudcrofts. I know Hestil does not wish to, but there may be no other way. The huge gathering of orcs in the east wall may require us to deal with the horsemen of Rohan instead. I will bring us back to the Hestil's camp with the secret hunter knowledge, my best paths and trails to take throughout the land. I think I may remember the way if you keep your eyes open and help me look for our footprints. Yeah, I should use my warden skills instead. Also coming this summer will be the wedding, which would be finally coming around. I guess I'm going to try to have a midsummer type wedding to go with the midsummer wedding that you had in the stories. I think that would be really fitting, is to release the wedding right around the same time as that. And perhaps that will come out. I smell orc in the area, or I see blue light. I see shiny blade, which tells me that there is an orc in the area. Amazing how much I'm noticing that these days. Oh well. Sandy footprints. Let's try another session play.
Those footprints are hobbit-sized. What became of our mutual friends on that dangerous day?
Well, that's a good question. So talk to Pippin. Yes. Hello, Pippin. Oh, there you go. Why do you look so worried, Sam? You heard what Aragorn said. Frodo was just going to think about what to do for an hour, and then he'll come back and we'll all set in whatever direction he's decided. We've got a job to do after all. I'm sure Frodo will come up with something. Yeah? I say we call Frodo back and have a vote. My vote is for Minas Tirith. Well, we will go wherever Frodo goes, won't we, Sam? That's what we decided, even before we knew this far-off lands through which this road will take us. But nothing has changed, has it? That's my vote as well, but if Frodo chooses otherwise, I will go with him. I will follow Frodo no matter his choice. I would be a betrayal to do so. It would be if we all deserted him, but I propose something different. I think Frodo should go to the east with 3 companions, myself, Gimli, and Sam. Boromir should return to his own city, and Legolas and Meriadoc and Peregrine. So, it says Legolas, okay, myself, Gimli, and Sam. Okay, those three into interesting choices. I know it isn't easy for your friends to hear, Sam, but I think it is the best course. Frodo has probably come to the same realization that both ways are desperate. He may, in fact, be trying to decide which way is most desperate in order to make his choice more clear. I'm not too sure you completely understand. Yes, I think Frodo probably has no intention of going to Minas Tirith at all. He just intends to go east of Mordor, and he's afraid for those of the company that go with him. Well, you may be right, Sam. The hour is just about up. We should call for him. Yeah. Boromir, where have you been? Have you seen Frodo? Yeah. Well, yes and, no. I saw him a ways up the hill, and I urged him to come to Minas Tirith. And I grew angry, he vanished, and I've never seen anything like it. What? No! What do we do now? Is that all you have to say, Boromir? How long has it been since you saw him? Oh, it's been half an hour, perhaps, or maybe an hour. I don't know. I don't know. Uh-oh. I! He needs aid! Oopsie daisy. We must divide in pairs. Hey, quickly, come! Boromir, I do not know what part you played in this, but redeem yourself now. Keep those hobbits. Well, we already know what he does in order to help the hobbits. Sam, stay with me. We must not get separated. Whew. Anyway, it looks like they're going to have a new type of content called missions that are going to be, well, apparently they're going to automatically scale to the players or something like that. We'll have to see exactly how they work, but it's going to be something that's scalable so that can be used by both early players and by end players at the same time. We'll have to see how that works. Oh, Rohan housing. I think I already said that's coming up probably in the previous update. Okay. Oh, I passed the stream. I'm supposed to use my hobbit sense now. Frodo can't fly and he has no gear, so he needs to go back to the boats. All right, yeah. I should have used that. See, I'm so busy blathering about the updates that are coming up that I forgot to use my hobbit sense. Oh, well. And what else do we have? Oh, they're probably thinking of a new type of legendary server at some point in the future. I don't know what point they are in thinking of those. But it's going to work slightly differently than this here, slightly different rules and all that stuff. We have to see what that's all about. And of course, they're still working on the legendary item updates, but they still don't have that nailed down. We'll see how that works. They're hoping to get that this year, but you know, they've said that last year too. One of the boats is missing. Frodo has. Oh, look, there's a boat floating away. There's nobody in there. Almost as if somebody invisible were there. Hey, Mr. Frodo! Hello, Frodo. Sam, what a nuisance you are. Don't you know you can't really swim? What would you have done if I'd not grabbed you? Sam, I need to go to Mordor alone. It's the only way. Well, of course you're supposed to go alone. You're supposed to go alone with me. Oh, do not hinder me, Sam. The others will be back soon, and if they catch us here, they will make us explain and argue and will not be able to resist. If you are going, we have to go now. Oh, Sam, you have spoiled my plan, but I'm glad of it. We were meant to leave together. That much is clear now. Let us be off. Let us be off. Now that we've figured out what was happening to the Fellowship, or at least making our guesses to it, I presume, even though our guesses seem to be pretty closely matched to what's in the books, it's time to climb some stairs, unfortunately, and to get up to Amon Hen and stand at the seat of seeing and see what we can see, if that isn't a bit Yeah, that's sort of roundabout talking if I've ever heard it. Here you go. Ooh, now. I thought the other Uruk was the one that's out of the way, but obvious I'm wrong. Hey, Uruk's all over the place. Uruk's to the left, Uruk's to the right. Squirrel! Oh well. Now, up the stairs. I haven't quite made it to the top of Amen yet, but I have found somebody here. Someone being sneaky, I see. Shh.
Psst. Yes, you there.
Yeah.
No, do not look at me.
Yes. Look, these orcs are dim-witted, but even the orcs will notice if they see you speaking into the air. I have many skills as the finest burglars, but I cannot make myself entirely invisible. I'm skilled, but I'm not skilled as that. Hmm. Yes, oh yes, my friend Drawfully Broadshield has gotten himself captured by the orcs here in this hill. They have him caged a little further up, and I am stealthily keeping an eye on him by hiding in plain sight. They have not yet noticed me. Defeat some of the orcs and uruks on Amenhen if you're climbing the hill anyway. When it is time to make my move and rescue my friends, it will be a great help to have fewer of the creatures to cut through. I could get in and out sneakily, of course, but Drawfully is not the quietest of dwarves. There's such thing as a quiet dwarf? All right, fine. I will go and. Okay. Well, I suppose if you go by how the rules of the game work, I suppose stout axes can be quiet. Let's see. But yeah, long beards aren't exactly known for their subtlety. But continue up here, and that's right, kill uruks and orcs and whatever up here. Oh, actually, maybe I shouldn't have ignored that one that I ran to earlier, but see, I'm supposed to defeat orcs and uruks on Amenhen, and I am on Amenhen now. All right, good. There you go, one down, and a few more to go. Here we are at the summit of Amenhen, and more orcs than you need up on top, which is, I suppose there are always more orcs than you need. But before we get back to the enterprising burglar, let us head to the Stone of Seeing. And look out across Amen Hall. Ooh, quite a view here. Okay, there is Rauros. Yeah, right down there. Ah, yes. Down into there. And there is Gondor. It'll be a while before we actually explore into that area. One is the opponents are way too high level for us, and also it hasn't been opened up on this server yet. But let's have a look. You see distant fires and camps of the orcs on Amon Hlal. A great force gathers there. Well, we'll have to go through those swamps someday when we do the Riders of Rohan. The Pelennor update is when we will finally get around into that area. And that's a few levels away. That'll be level 105, and so that's 20. Well, at least on the level cap, it's 20 levels from now. So that just needs you to speak to Romdir on that. So let's get back to Madal and see what she has to say. Be quiet, is what she'll say. I hope you don't mind if I killed a few extra of them.
I know you defeated orcs on Almond Hen. You were loud enough.
Well, it's fine though. I'm glad you're so loud, for it let me sneak around some more. You were the perfect distraction. I like that in a warden. Oh, wonderful. Simply, simply wonderful.
Did you see the cage where those orcs are keeping Drafley imprisoned?
Well, I was too busy going to the stone seat, actually. The cage is further up the hill. Just follow the cliff wall and south and east from the position until you seek the orc camp. You will follow the large spiked posts, like those two over here, until you find it. They lead right into the camp. I have something I want you to give to Drofley. A small figure wooden ring in the recesses of her clothing and presents it to me. It is a carving of a heroic figure standing aloft a sword in one hand, wearing the shield in the other arm. Hand this to him through the bars and speak these words to him. Get it back, and you will never know fear again. He will understand the message. Repeat it back to me, and I will know you have the words just as I told you to him. Get it back, and you'll never know fear again. Yes, good, very good, Pineleaf. This figurine and the message will help Drofley through his imprisonment. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. What would Drofley think about the message? Will it give him any encouragement? And will we be able to free him? We have to find that out in the next episode of The Complete Pineleaf.